I never thought I'd be telling this story. Honestly, I kept it to myself for years because it sounded too unbelievable, too surreal. But what happened to me is real. I died. For 7 minutes, my heart stopped beating. And in those 7 minutes, I experienced something so profound, so life-changing, that I came back a different person. What I saw, what I felt, and what I learned on the other side, it's something I can't keep to myself anymore. If you've ever wondered what happens when we take our last breath, stay with me, because my story might change the way you see life, death, and everything in between. Before all of this, I was just like anyone else. I was working a regular job, stuck in the routine of daily life. Wake up, rush to work, stress about bills, argue about small things, and go to sleep just to do it all again. I wasn't particularly religious, though I grew up in a Christian household. But as an adult, I drifted away. I thought life was just about working hard, making money, and hoping for a little happiness in between. Family was important to me, but I didn't always show it. I often took people for granted, assuming there would always be more time. More time to say, I love you. More time to visit. More time to live fully. But I didn't realize how fragile life was until it almost slipped away completely.
A set of headlights swerved into my lane. A truck. I had no time to react. The impact was deafening. A violent crash, the sound of twisting metal, glass shattering, my body being thrown like a rag doll. Then, silence. I remember the strange stillness after the chaos, the pain, the confusion, the cold rain hitting my face as I drifted in and out of consciousness. And then, nothing. My heart stopped. The next moment, I found myself above the scene. I could see everything. My crumpled car, the shattered glass, my body lying motionless, paramedics rushing, people shouting. I could hear their voices, but it was strange, muffled, distant, like echoes underwater. Yet at the same time, my awareness was sharper than ever. I felt no pain, no fear, just peace. I realized I was floating, weightless, completely free from my broken body below. And in that moment, I knew I had died. But instead of terror, there was an overwhelming calm, a deep knowing that everything was unfolding exactly as it was meant to. Then, I saw it. A light, brighter than anything I'd ever seen, yet soft and welcoming. It wasn't just light, it was love. Pure, unconditional, all-encompassing love. I felt myself being drawn toward it, as if every part of my soul longed to return to where I truly belonged. As I moved closer, memories of my life flashed before me, not like a movie, but like reliving each moment with deeper understanding. Times when I was kind, times I hurt others, times I took love for granted. But here's the thing. I wasn't judged. I was shown, with compassion, with clarity, as if the universe, or God, or whatever you want to call it, was helping me understand what really matters. Love, connection, kindness. I felt the presence of beings around me. They didn't speak with words, but I understood them. They radiated warmth, wisdom, and an unshakable sense of home. One of them, or maybe it was all of them, made me understand it's not your time yet. I didn't want to go back. Imagine being wrapped in the purest love, in total peace, with no pain, no fear, just bliss. And then being told to return to a broken, heavy body. But I was shown faces. My family.
my loved ones, my life's purpose still unfinished. And then, like being pulled backward through a tunnel, I felt myself slam back into my body. The pain was excruciating. My chest burned as the paramedics performed CPR. My lungs gasped for air like they were on fire. I heard someone shout, "We've got a pulse!" I was back. Waking up in the hospital, I knew I wasn't the same person. My body was broken, but my soul had been touched by something eternal. I started seeing life differently. The little things that used to stress me out, traffic, money, arguments, they no longer mattered the same way. What mattered was love, connection, gratitude. I found myself reaching out to people more, saying, "I love you," without hesitation, forgiving old wounds, and most importantly, living with a sense of purpose I never had before. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I do know this: death is not the end. What waits for us is not fear, but love beyond imagination. If you've listened to my story this far, maybe it's because you're searching for answers too. Maybe you've lost someone, or maybe you're afraid of death. I want you to know there is nothing to fear. Life is a gift, fragile and precious. And when it ends, it's not the end. My story's just one of many, but I share it with the hope that it reminds you to live fully, love deeply, and never forget, this world is only part of our journey. Because on the other side, there is more.